okay. I'm praying to the good Lord that like my audio and everything is totally fine. I apologize if the audio quality is not the best. My good microphone, the microphone that I normally use for like recording and stuff, is downstairs. I would have brought it up, but it's kind of humongous and it would make it kind of difficult to see what I'm doing on my screen. So we're gonna unfortunately just have to deal with my headphones audio for now, which is gonna be kind of sucky, but I hope people don't care. Anyways, even if no one shows up, I'm totally fine with that because like I talk a lot to begin with anyway. So yeah, that's gonna be kind of how we're doing things today. Even if no one shows up, that's totally fine. I'm just gonna have a good time. We're just gonna work on some artwork and yeah, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just like, oops, okay, never mind. So today I was between two different ideas. I was going to either do some Stardew Valley fan art, or I was going to work on some pieces for my demo reel for animation. Felt like doing some animation, which is shocking because I haven't felt like doing animation for like weeks now, but I thought why not? So yay, here we are, we're good. Yeah, I'm just, right now I'm keying stuff in. If this could be bigger, that would be so nice of Adobe Animate to do. Let me see if I can go full screen with this. I got a new computer like a couple days ago, and as you can see, I am still learning how to use Macs. I have been a Windows loyalist isn't the right word because I have not been loyal to Windows in a long time, but I was a Windows user for many years, and I've just gotten a Mac, and it has been wonderful so far. Before anyone asks any kind of questions of any kind, if you're watching this later, whatever, I'm using Adobe Animate to animate. I've always used it. I've used it since 2016, I want to say, unfortunately. So, yeah. I don't know how to, okay. This is a very Amy shot that we're going to be doing right here. This is like, oh my God, I hit another app. Ugh, what am I doing? I don't want it. Wait, but I don't want it. Quit. I don't like you. Sorry. Sorry. Like I said, still getting used to it. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to do an over-the-shoulder shot, but I didn't work out how I wanted to draw that yet. I might actually turn pen pressure off for this particular shot. That's too much. Just because I think it's going to look better that way. Yeah, it's a little tough. It's a little tough just because I know this is like a view that's pretty hard to do, if that makes sense. But I love doing any kind of, what's it called? Any kind of over-the-shoulder shot, I think, in my opinion, is very nice. I'm going to keep my phone beside me, actually, so that I can see the chat better without having to, like, switch windows. But yeah, so, okay. Just gonna wing it, okay? I'm really bad at, like, figuring things out, and the reference sheet that I have, I didn't do what do you call it? An over-the-shoulder, like, type shot, so I guess something like that. Okay. Anyways, hi. Yay, live streaming. I know I haven't just straight up been on my channel in months because of school. But hey, school's over now, so hopefully I have more time to do, you know, things for this channel that are just better. And more chill, more casual, because it, again, animation obviously takes 1,000 years to do. We don't want it to be too I'm one of those people, I don't really like showing my work in progress stuff, which is why this is like insane that I'm even live streaming this for like the entire world to see. But yeah, I don't really like showing my in progress stuff. So everything that I upload is always the finished product, which is partly why I take so long to even, you know, upload any animation. Because I'm constantly animating things. It's just like all of it is stuff that's like work in progress. It doesn't have color. It doesn't have, you know, polish or anything like that. So it's always a situation where you're always going to see the finished product. You're pretty much never going to see any kind of, you're never going to see any work in progress stuff. You're never going to see many animatics and stuff, but I'm kind of hoping that that's going to change now that, like, you know, I want to be more active, and now that I have time to be more active, hopefully I have some animatics and stuff in mind that I want to do. I don't know if I'm going to end up uploading this particular animation because it's really just for like practice purposes. Anyway, but yeah, so hopefully we can get things more, I guess, active on here now that I don't have school to worry about. So, sorry. I'm so, like, nervous because I don't know what I want to talk about. I never know what I want to talk about. I guess I could talk about what I'm animating. So what I'm animating right now is an idea that I've had for, like, months now. And it's Achilles and Patroclus, my two beloveds. I have wanted to animate them for months at this point, but again, didn't have time to because school was taking over my life. So today we're just I'm actually doing some keying. I don't know how much actual animation you're going to actually see because I'm just going to do keying and make sure that everything is like on model, whatever. So, yeah, but I have wanted to do just a tiny little animation of them for a long time, for months now, since like January. So we're going to make this as good as I can because I've wanted to draw them for so many months now. I have all my reference sheets and stuff. Animation is just like a whole bunch of tracing. Like hand-drawn animation is just like tracing. It's a lot of tracing. So we're just going to trace over the reference things that I drew. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing well. I am quite tired. Today is the 4th of July. For those of you who are watching this later on, as I'm streaming, it is the 4th of July. So, I don't know. I've been actually planning to go live for a couple days now. And then randomly today I was like, I kind of want to go live. So I just went live. Hopefully I can do more live streams, though, in the future. I would like to. Again, even if nobody shows up, I kind of just want to, like, talk. In, like, a really casual way without any, you know, scripts or whatever. So, sorry. When I get focused, sometimes I get quiet. I should have picked better conversation topics to talk about other than anime, which I probably will end up talking about anyway, because all I talk about is anime, so. Oh my god, I don't like how that looks. Hold on. We're having difficulties. yeah, let's just talk about anime because, like, you know, that's all I talk about. So, hi. Anime is everything that I think about, everything that I like in life. Everything that I do is just revolved around anime. Why is that doing that to me? I hate it. Bleh. I don't know why that's doing that to me. Whatever. So the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen comes out in like 2 days, which makes me want to scream. That's insane. Because I have been waiting. We have been waiting since, 2018 for this dang thing to come out? Probably not 2018, probably like 2019 maybe. I don't know. I don't remember when the first season came out because I wasn't into anime at the time that it came out. I know, blasphemous. How dare I? But we've been waiting so long. And especially for me, who's a manga reader, there's stuff that is coming that I know is coming in this season that I'm like, oh my god. You people who are only anime watchers are not ready. You're really not ready. That's insane. We're so close. It felt so far away. Like, even like 2 weeks ago, it felt really far away. And now it's like almost here, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what to do with myself. I haven't prepared. Have you guys prepared? Because I haven't prepared. But I haven't prepared. So I'm not ready. I'm fully not ready. I don't know. I feel like, okay. I feel like a lot of people are going to be like really, I mean, of course, a lot of people are going to be like really shook, but I feel like they're going to really, I feel like this season is really going to like push the boundaries of like just anime in general, you know? Like, I feel like it's just going to be even more, you know, like how people would talk about like how Chainsaw Man was like revolutionary with anime, which that's a different story. For my opinions on that are a story for another day, but how everyone was like, oh my god, this is like the greatest thing to come to anime ever, you know, it's subverting all these expectations, whatever. I feel like the second season of JJK is going to do that, you know, it's definitely going to do that, and y'all aren't going to see it coming. I don't even think I'm going to see it coming. Like, this is going to be crazy, dude. Oh, I'm not ready. Oh my god, I'm not ready. I am not ready. I am. No, I totally am. I'm ready. I'm totally ready. I'm totally ready. I'm ready. Excuse me. Tired, like I said. I'm totally ready. I'm gonna do this. We're ready. We're gonna have a good time. But yeah, one of my favorite anime of all time, in case you didn't know. It's been, you know, it's been a wild ride with the manga recently. Let me just say, if you're not a manga reader, that's really weird. Speaking of the JJK manga, I literally had a dream last night where I like went and bought some editions of it, which I didn't do. I haven't actually bought manga in months. But I had a dream last night that like they're like, I was buying editions of the JJK manga, and I was like, is this a sign? Is this like mental manipulation from myself, where like my mind is trying to get me to buy manga when I don't have the money for it? Probably. I'm probably trying to talk myself into it, which I'm very good at doing, by the way. I'm very good at talking myself into impulse purchasing things that I really don't need. Other than just like to satisfy my own ego, being like, I have a big manga collection. Even though like I don't. But my mind is trying to get me to like manipulate myself into saying, yeah, you have a big manga collection. So, oh my god. I'm so sorry for the yawning. I'm boring myself. So, yeah, that was weird. That was a weird dream. But I've had that dream like a couple of times. That's the thing. Like over the past few weeks, I think that I have had a dream about myself going to buy specifically Jujutsu Kaisen manga volumes like 3 out of the 5 business days of the week. So, who knows? maybe, next time I come in here, I'll be like, hi, I bought like 6 copies of manga when I wasn't supposed to. The next time you see me. Hopefully not, but how do hands go? If he's like tucking, okay, so, sorry. I have to sit here and kind of figure this out. He's going to be a cute, shy boy who's going to be like tucking his hair behind his ear. I'll probably fix this later on, off stream when I'm refining stuff. But again, we're just keying stuff in. We're getting stuff plotted in. I didn't even storyboard this, which is, don't do that if you're an animator or whatever, or you're new to animation, trying to get into it, don't do that. Always have a storyboard. I'm just lazy. That's what's happening, and I'm sick of storyboarding at the moment. So, we're not doing that. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like, some of my favorite characters are going to be debuting this season. My favorite, like, arcs are going to be happening. Oh my god. I'm screaming. I'm screaming. Oh my god, and it's coming out like the day before Speak Now Taylor's version is coming out. This is a good week for me. Can I just say that? This is a good week for me, bro. I get so many of my obsessions, like, fueled this week. It's insane. I'm ready. My hyperfixations. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm really setting myself up for a very good week. That's for damn sure. So, anyway. But yeah, so I'm also planning on rereading The Song of Achilles this week. I've already read it, if you couldn't tell by the art that I'm doing right now. But I'm planning on rereading it because I'm doing this animation. I plan on doing more art related to it. And I want to get in the mood, I want to like get in the mood and in the mindset of getting ready to do this animation I've been planning for many months now. Like, as I was reading it the first time, I think I read it for the first time back in like January or something. I wanted to do an animation dedicated to Achilles and Patroclus, but I didn't get the chance to because I have been busy with school, and that's how these things usually go. But yeah, I've done other artwork pieces of them though, like for school assignments. I did some pieces or whatever. His finger is too short. But yeah, I've been dying to do an animation of them for like months now at this point, y'all. Months. Well over 6 months. So yeah, cool, fun times. We're good. Back to anime. Back to anime, what I love to talk about all the time. Oh my god, I can talk about my recent watches because, why not? Yeah, let's talk about my recent watches because I was screaming about it yesterday to the Discord server, a few Discord servers that I'm in, because I was freaking out. So I've been watching Cowboy Bebop. It's been on my list for a very long time, and I just started watching it a couple weeks ago. I'm not very far in it because I was out of town for a few days, and then some other stuff happened, and I wanted to watch some comfort shows, or I needed to watch some comfort shows because of things that happened in my personal life. So I was watching some. I'm quite behind. I should have been on like episode 10 by now, but I'm on episode like 7 or something. So I'm not like horribly behind on it, but I am still behind. So I've been watching it because it's such a classic, and I've had it on my list forever. And I was just having a moment yesterday because the episodes that I was watching, Spike Spiegel is getting me, besties. Getting me. Oh my god, I would do anything for that man. I would do anything for many anime men, as the people in my personal life can attest to. But Spike, he just gets me. He really does. That's insane. Yeah, so I was freaking out on the server last night because I was like, I would bark like a dog if this man wanted me to, and I would have just no shame in it. Yeah. This is so funny. This is just, I just was like, I can't believe this right now. I I had Cowboy Bebop on my list because I was like, oh, this is such a classic anime. Like, I've seen so many people talk about it, blah, 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 whatever. I should watch it. Not, like, expecting much, to be honest with you. I was kind of just thinking, like, oh, I'll just, like, I want to get, like, a lot of the classic anime under my belt. Because, I mean, I've seen a lot of what people would consider classics. Obviously, I've seen Sailor Moon. I've seen Naruto, all that stuff. But Cowboy Bebop has been on that list, for a long time. It's an old anime. And I was like, I should just get around to watching it. So I finished the anime that I was watching before, obviously. And I was like, okay, the time has come for me to watch Cowboy Bebop. Because people kept sending me pictures of Spike. And I was like, okay, I get it. I'm going to fall on my knees for this man. I will do it, okay? I will do it. So I did it. And I got to admit, here it comes. Aside from Spike and Faye, there's not a whole lot of things that would keep me invested. I have to be honest. It's not a bad show by any means. It's just that I constantly have to keep in mind that this is like an older anime. So like the things in it are going to be, older anime tropes. And it's been a while since I've watched an older anime. I will admit to that. So, yeah, when I was like, I am enjoying it though. Like, I'm not finding it boring. It's just that like there's some parts of it, where I'm just kind of like, if this was not something that had been on my list for like years at this point, I probably would not have sat down and watched it just on my own accord. But obviously because I'd heard of it and stuff and people were recommending it to me, I was like, okay, chances are if you recommend any kind of show, music, whatever, to me, I will listen to it. And 9 times out of 10, I will probably enjoy it. There's very few things, media in life that that people recommend to me that I don't enjoy. There's only been a couple, but to be honest, most of the things that I don't enjoy are like stupid things that I decide to watch because I'm bored or whatever one day, and I'm like, I'm just gonna like watch this for the heck of it, and then it's like shit, and I'm like surprised that it's like shit, even though it was something that I wanted to watch just because I wanted to waste time. But yeah, so chances are if you give me a recommendation, it will be on my list and I will most likely watch it. It might take me a while, but I will watch it. So I don't know if I want to put clothes on them. Am I just going to have them be naked? Who knows? I might just have them be naked because I don't like drawing clothes. Also, you're going to see me in my horrible like naming conventions for the layers in my animation. It's so bad we don't need to talk about it. Let's copy frames and paste them. Like I said, still getting used to, I'm not a hotkey user. I know some of you who are watching this like are probably cringing because you're like, why isn't she using the hotkeys? I don't use hotkeys, okay? I really don't. I don't know why, I just don't like them. Nope, not what I wanted. Oh my god. Again, even if nobody comes in here and like somebody's watching this later and they're like, the chat is like silent. I don't care, okay? I don't. I just want to have fun. We're here to have fun. I'm here to have a good time, I don't need people to make me happy. I don't need company. I just want to like talk because I talk a lot and I always have a lot of thoughts. And I just kind of want to like share them. I want to like put them in a place that's not Twitter or whatever, or my poor friends have to listen to me like screaming about things that they don't care about. So I'm going to put it somewhere where everyone can see it. And maybe I will find someone else who also cares, That's how we're going to do this. And I'll probably only be on for like an hour. So for like another 30 minutes maybe. Because I, kind of just want to like try this out. We want to try out, I want to try out my software, stuff like that. Just kind of see how it goes. But, back to anime. Always back to anime. I'm going to have him be like sweet and humble with his cute little eyes closed. I love him. What other anime have I been watching? I'm always watching like 3 things at once. I used to be so good about that too. I used to be so good about only watching one show at a time. And then I think it was Demon Slayer where I like stopped doing that because I got really bored and I was like, I want to watch something else. And then I started watching multiple things at once and then I have not been able to kick that habit. I keep telling myself, you're going to finish this and then like refocus back on another show, but then I never do that. It's a bad habit. I need to break it, I know. But yeah, I'm my opinions on Demon Slayer have made many enemies. Also many friends, but mostly enemies. And I know. Everybody hates that I don't like Demon Slayer all that much, but whatever. Ooh, ear. My very basic ear shape. You know what I've been like thinking about recently, and I just like suddenly thought of it as well, that I want to watch Howl's Moving Castle for like the 600th time. I want to watch Howl's Moving Castle for the 600th time. That's what I want right now. I know, okay, Ghibli I know is coming out with a new movie, Jesus, I don't even know. Next couple of years, maybe this year, I don't know. It's been a while since I looked. Ghibli is working on a new movie though, which is exciting, and I will want to see that in person. Even though I am one of those people who I mostly watch my anime, any kind of, Japanese media in English, because I'm normally watching anime when I'm doing something else. And, obviously reading subtitles when I'm like drawing and my attention is focused on other things is not going to work out. So it's easier for me to watch it in English and like just obviously listen to the dialogue myself without really having to pay too close of attention to what's going on. And I can still understand and like follow the story pretty well. So I'm not, okay, but I'm like, I like to call it, I'm like an anime shapeshifter. I will watch, like if a brand new anime comes out, or if it's one that like I really want to watch and it doesn't have a dub, that is not something that like deters me. I will 100% watch something in sub if I have to, or like even there's some where obviously I'm one of those, I do have my preferences, so there's some anime that I watch where I prefer it in Japanese as opposed to English. So there's some instances like that where it's like I will watch it in Japanese because I prefer the Japanese version. or like even if it's like the case where it's like I first watched it in Japanese, so I'm used to the Japanese voices for those characters, like that kind of situation. So I'm like that person. So yeah, yeah, I'm not opposed to it. So like obviously if the Ghibli movie comes out and it's only in Japanese in the theaters, I will probably go see it in Japanese in the theaters. So yeah, you know, just cause, why not? So, oh, sorry, focusing on erasing. But again, I can't remember when that movie's coming out, so I'll have to see. Oh God. Okay. Speaking of like dub and stuff, and like having preferences or whatever with certain anime, I guess a good example of that would be Attack on Titan. I have not seen the most recent part of Attack on Titan because I don't think the dub version is out, although I could be very wrong on that. I've been very out of the loop since, again, school. I know I keep blaming everything on school, but that's really what is to blame for me not knowing anything about what's been happening. So it hasn't come out as far as I know, and I have to watch that in dub because I refuse to accept anybody else's Levi Ackerman except Matthew Mercer. Like, I have to have Matthew Mercer as Levi Ackerman. I cannot get immersed into the world if Matthew Mercer is not the one doing Levi's voice. I've heard the Japanese, voice of Levi, and he's great. We love him. But Matthew Mercer is what I'm used to, so I need to have him and him alone. Nobody else can be Levi to me. So I've had to wait, and I have I don't even know how I've accomplished this, but I have avoided pretty much all spoilers. I know what happens though, so yeah, but I have managed to avoid spoilers for this long, which I think is really impressive, especially for Attack on Titan. That show gets spoiled minutes after it releases, for crying out loud. But I have managed to avoid spoilers for this long, and that is a heckin' accomplishment if I do say so myself. I am so proud of myself for that. He might be very unproportionate. Hands are a lot bigger than people think they are. It looks unproportionate. I have to fix it. But yeah, I refuse. I cannot get immersed in Attack on Titan if Matthew Mercer is not voicing Levi. That's just how good he is at it. That is Levi's voice, To me, that is Levi's voice. Which is kind of funny because you could frankly replace the other voice actors, like the other English voice actors in AOT with anyone else, and I really wouldn't notice. I don't think I would care very much. But if you replace Matthew Mercer, I would have an issue with that. I can't accept that. I need to have him as Levi, nobody else. But freaking Bryce Papenbrook carries the animation industry. We know him, we love him. If he wasn't Aaron, I don't think I would mind. I really wouldn't. You could replace Aaron with somebody else, a woman voice actor. I wouldn't care. I would not care. I mean, as long as they're doing a good job, I don't care. Levi, I care. I definitely care. I need to have him, and only him. But yeah, he might be the only one character though where it's I will have his English voice actor. I will not have him at all. These lines are so uneven. I'm gonna fix this. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anyone else where it's like that. No, I don't really care. about the whole dub versus sub situation. I am fine either way, except when it's Levi Ackerman. And like, oh my god, everyone who's like a diehard like dub or sub person is always like, the dub of Attack on Titan, it's so bad, or, you know, whatever, because they just find any reason possible to, like, crap on any dub that exists. But, like, you just know that they've never, like, heard it. Because then you, like, play the dub of Attack on Titan for somebody who had only watched sub until that point, and they hear Matthew Mercer as Levi, and they're like, okay, he's pretty good. And you're like, yeah, we know he's good. We know he's good. And you've been spending this entire time sitting there being like, oh no, like shitting on the entire dub cast without ever once hearing Levi Ackerman's voice and Matthew Mercer voicing him. And then they hear it and they're like, okay, he's actually pretty good. Like, yeah, he is. So stop saying that. Like, there are good dubs out there, people. I know that you want to be, you're trying not to like be like, I don't know, you for some reason think it makes you like more, like you think it's more respectful to watch it in Japanese, even though like that makes no difference whatsoever. Like, who cares? Watch things in a language that you are comfortable with, that you can understand. Like, that's within your right to do. That's within people's right to just watch things in a language that they want to. And in what makes them understand the content, what helps them like the content. I don't know. People are allowed to do that. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the dub argument is. Like the sub versus dub argument. I've never understood that. Like, sorry, I want to watch things in my own language most of the time. It just really depends on how I'm feeling. And I think that should be the case for everyone. We should just respect what everyone wants to do with, you know, their anime watching experience, whatever makes them happy, and that's it. It does not affect you. Who cares? So, I have fought with so many weebs online over that. Most of the people I've met, though, are actually mostly dub watchers. Like myself. So, there are children screaming outside, which I don't understand because it's really hot out. Why would you want to be outside right now? Oh, okay. So yeah, Cowboy Bebop, been watching it. We've been having a good time with it so far. I'm excited to see where the story is going, because I truly have I don't have the foggiest. I do not have the foggiest idea how the story is going to go. So I'm excited. And I broke up with my boyfriend before he could tell me anything else about Cowboy Bebop. So we're really going into this very blind, because now I don't have anybody to sit there and be willing to tell me what happens. So anyways, oh, hold on. Okay. Ear. Those hands look much better. I'm much happier with them. I say, and then I erase one of them. Amy, that's not what knuckles look like. Okay, there. If I have an issue with it, we can fix it later. That's all what that's a ton of what animation and art is. If you don't like it, you can fix it later. Just don't fuss with it, come back to it. I'm bad at taking my own advice, but I'm gonna be a role model right now and take my own advice. Okay. Shoulders, question mark? Why do they look like that? What? Okay, you know what I need to rewatch for this summer is Free. I watched Free last summer, and it makes me feel so summery because of, obviously it's about swimming, So like everything in it is a very like summer aesthetic. So of course I need to like watch it again. But again, I have a bad habit of watching 8 million things at once. So I probably shouldn't, but I'm probably going to do that later today. That also happens a lot. I will be watching something that's been on my list for like 8 million years, and then like all of a sudden I'll like just start randomly rewatching Haikyuu for like the 600th time, and it's like, stop it. Like, what are you doing? Like, why just stop going back to the same things over and over again? But then I'm like, no, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to watch Haikyuu again. And then I keep repeating that like toxic process of that over and over again. And that's how I end up with things that have been on my list for 12 years. It's been almost an hour and I've only done 2 frames. The burnout is still very much real. But we're going to make it work. Work through the burnout, Amy. Just work through the burnout. Okay, this is going to be cute because he's going to like smile and then he's going to run and they're going to be cute. And I'm excited. Nose. Sorry. There we go. Bloop. There we go. Oh, there's still children screaming outside. Oh goodness. I hope you all had a wonderful June and a wonderful Pride Month if you celebrate it. If you don't celebrate it, I feel you should because it's fun. And we love being supportive. But I hope you all had a wonderful Pride Month. I definitely did. I spent most of the month reading lots of gay fan fiction and watching lots of gay anime and reading many gay books. And it was good. Not that I ever need an excuse to do that, but, you know, sometimes it's nice to pretend like you have one. So I was having a fun gay old time, if you will. Even though June was like incredibly busy, I had so many like art pieces planned. I had planned to again have this animation out a lot earlier than I ended up having it out, but shit got in the way, so I ended up not being able to do this during Pride Month. But that is okay, you know. Pride Month is all year. We can always support LGBTQ pride. And I like have to do, I did start this project in June though, because I was doing the, what do you call it? The like reference sheets and stuff and getting myself ready to do it. But I've been literally, I was like, okay, I want to do stuff for Pride Month, even if I end up not being able to like get it out during actual Pride Month. I just want to like do something cute for it. And I was like, Achilles and Patroclus. Who the hell else would I pick? Like, honestly, I love my Greek gays. I do. I love my tragic Greek gays. Romeo and Juliet's good. But Achilles and Patroclus were first. They were first. And they did the tragedy first and they did it better. I said it. And you're talking to someone who loves Shakespeare and loves Romeo and Juliet. Achilles and Patroclus did it better. I have like a few different animations planned for them. But like I said, this is a lot of animation that I'm going to be doing over the next few months or so, even, years, is stuff from my portfolio. Not my portfolio, my demo reel. And then most art that I do on this side is going to be for my portfolio. He's got such I accidentally made my Achilles look like Legolas. So if you're sitting there being like, oh my god, why does he look like Legolas? I don't know. Because Legolas is like all my long-haired characters end up looking like Legolas, if I'm being honest. And I don't exactly intend for them to, it just kind of turns out that way. Because my mind is usually filled with thoughts of Orlando Bloom and Orlando Bloom characters. So, I tried to make him look more like Thor, but it did not work. I'm going to turn that off for now. But yeah, so I have a few different Achilles and Patroclus art pieces planned out. Probably going to upload. I actually might upload this stuff to TikTok because I've also been bad at making TikTok content for the past few months, aside from just fucking around with filters. Sorry for any of my family members who are watching this back. Sorry for the swearing, but it's true. I've been messing around with just the filters. I haven't been making meaningful content, really. So, oh, he's so pretty. Sorry. Screaming at my own drawings. But yeah, I might just upload these to TikTok, see if I can go viral, Book talkers, where you at? I got some things for you to cry over again. Do you notice I named this file Greek Tragedy? I love making myself sad. I'm great at it. And if I can drag other people down with me, even better. Let's all be miserable together over this book and this story. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I just thought of this other idea that I had for Achilles and Patroclus, animation and stuff that it's gonna make me some enemies, bro. I'm ready though. Okay, we're doing better. We're speeding up the process a bit more, and I don't need to turn on the reference for this. Sorry for the nasty swallowing sound. Ooh. Boop. Cute baby. And then he's gonna grin because he's a good golden retriever boy who could kill you, but the best of them can. Oh, sorry. My own art, I'm cooing over it, sorry. I just love them. Nope. Boop. There we go. Jawline is snatched. Oh. Sorry, I got really focused. What else should we talk about? Or what else should I talk about? And then y'all will just listen. Ooh. I guess I can talk more about books since we're obviously talking about the Song of Achilles. books, I kind of treat the same way as I do like other media that people recommend to me. People recommend books to me all the time, which is like my favorite thing ever, by the way. If people recommend any kind of thing, like, oh, I want you to watch this movie, or I want you to watch this show, read this book, whatever, I feel great, because it means that people were thinking of me, and it means that people wanted to, they want to like show me something they really like, that they think that I'm going to like too. And I just really am so appreciative of that. I just think it's so wonderful. So if you ever have recommendations for me, never be shy to send them my way, because I will most definitely, hopefully, get around to getting it. And I always think that everyone should feel like they have someone to talk to, or a place that they can, talk about the things that they love and like be listened to. And I want to be able to like join in on those conversations with people, because I know what it's like to not have anybody around to talk to about these things. So I really want to be able to create that space. So if you ever recommend anything to me, or if you ever want to recommend something to me, never be shy in doing so, because I will definitely try to get around to it so that we can talk about it and hopefully obsess over it together. That's the best part about, being a huge nerd, is getting to obsess about it over with other people, especially in real life. It's always so much nicer in real life than to just even just to do it through a computer screen. But yeah, so, oh, I made him cute. He's happy to see his bestie, not his bestie, his actual boyfriend. And back to Patroclus, who is my favorite of the two to draw. I said it. I'm so sorry, Achilles baby, but Patroclus does in fact have my heart. Oops, wrong one. Not what I wanted. This one is what I want. Yeah, I think we'll go for I'll go for another 7 minutes, and then I'll stop the stream, just because I'm totally losing my voice, because I've been talking for an hour, or attempting to talk for an hour. So, oops. I could have never mind. Yeah, we'll go for another few minutes, and then I will go ahead and sign off. Again, this was just sort of a test stream, so even if no one shows up or no one talks to me, that's okay. Believe me, it's fine. It's totally fine. I didn't expect people to come in anyway. I just kind of wanted to try it out, Might as well get some practice in before, for one day, hopefully there will be lots of people coming in. I wanted to just kind of get used to talking while working, because I haven't been particularly good at that in the last few years. So I get really distracted, and then usually I stop working and I just start talking, or I stop talking and I'm just working, and I kind of want to learn how to multitask that so that I can have these little live streams where we can just sit back and relax and just do some art together. So, yeah, and if you're watching this back later, you should join me for my next stream. I'm hoping I can start doing these more frequently. Maybe not once a week, because that might be a bit too hard with my schedule right now, but I can try. I have to, obviously do work on the side, apply for full-time jobs, because I'm a real adult now. And that's something that I have to do, unfortunately. I need to actually make his eyes a little bit wider, because he's going to be a little bit more... He's so cute. Yeah, maybe I can do some tutorials, stuff like that. I know everybody always asks me for tutorials, in my real life, and some of my online friends are always asking me about how I do animation, stuff like that. And maybe some of my streams can be about that. So, I don't know. The possibilities are endless. At some point, maybe I'll even move over to Twitch, because I do have a Twitch account. I just never use it because I don't have money to like support streamers, unfortunately. But yeah, oh my goodness. I had so much fun though. Just kind of talking about random things again. I'm sorry if it was a little awkward at first. If you're watching this back, I'm sorry if it's awkward and there's like awkward silences. We're getting better at it. We're slowly going to work better at it. Practice makes perfect. You know, the more I do this, hopefully the better, more comfortable I'll be. And the better I'll be at like multitasking. So yeah, that's the hope. That's the goal, is to hopefully get a lot better at just like talking while working, and sort of dividing my focus like that, so that I can get back in my multitasking era, because I used to be really good at that and now I'm not, except when it comes to watching multiple anime at once. But yeah, so if you're tuning in later on, thank you so much for watching. I am so excited to get the streamy type situation up. I'm excited to experiment with it. And yeah, so I'm so honored, and that all of you who are maybe watching this back later have decided to watch and listen to my awkward very first live stream ever. And yeah, I will hopefully see you all soon.